What's going on, guys? So I've got two boxes here. They're both Xbox 360 Elite consoles, and they're both untested. So I got one from eBay, one from Mercari. One on top is from eBay, obviously. One on the bottom is Mercari. And yeah, we're going to open these things up, test them out, see if they work. And yeah, we're going to hope they work. But, buying untested consoles is kind of sketchy. There's two different scenarios. First of all, the person might just not have the power cord and couldn't actually test it out. And that's the case with the eBay listing. If you look at the eBay listing, I paid about $32 for it, and the person says that they just couldn't test it out because they don't have the power cord. I believe them. They have a bunch of feedback, and I don't have any reason to not believe them. Now, the Mercari listing is a little bit different. I paid about $15 for it in total after it was like $5 plus $13.50 shipping or something, so a little bit over $15. But looking at the listing, the guy says this is parts only because I do not have time to test it. Now that right there is the kind of seller you want to avoid, because first of all, that's the kind of seller that's going to try to rip you off with a broken console, and second of all, if they're trying to make some easy money like that, you know they're the type to try to steal your account passwords as well. And what better way to keep your passwords safe than with a password manager like NordPass? Brought to you by the same cybersecurity experts who built NordVPN, NordPass is a password manager that keeps all of your passwords in a secure vault. All you need to do is remember your single master password, and you'll have access to any password, credit card, personal info, or even secure note that you want to store and keep away from online hackers. One of the coolest things about NordPass is you can securely share your passwords with friends. Want to share your Netflix password with a buddy, but don't feel safe sending it over text? Well, that's exactly what NordPass was made for. And if you don't think you can generate your own secure passwords, NordPass can do that for you as well. I personally have hundreds of passwords in my NordPass vault, and to retrieve a password, it's as simple as logging in with your master password, finding your account info for a specific website, and then launching the page and letting NordPass do the rest for you. In a day and age where everyone has dozens, if not hundreds, of online accounts with passwords, keeping your passwords safe and secure is a necessity. So if you want to keep your passwords safe, go ahead and give NordPass a spin. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and if you use my link or promo code down below, you can get NordPass for 2 years for $35.76. That's right, that's less than $1.50 a month, and you even get an additional 4 months for free. So thanks to NordPass for sponsoring this video, and like I said, make sure to check out the promo code and link down below. So I think we'll start with opening up the eBay console, and just a little bit of background if you don't know about the 360 Elite. Basically, it's a regular 360, except it has a 120GB hard drive, and it's black. And as far as I can tell, that's the only difference. I think it came with a headset as well when you originally bought it. And I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but the eBay console actually has a hard drive, the 120GB hard drive. So if the console doesn't work, at least I have a hard drive, but we'll see. Alright, so we got the eBay box sliced open. Let's go ahead and see what's inside. So it looks to be, I forgot to mention this, but yeah, I could tell from the outside that the 360 in this box was not packaged well. It was just clanking around, and as you can see, they literally slapped some brown paper on top, and that's it. Man, that's so bad, dude. Let me just pull this out and we can look at it. There's some brown paper on the bottom and top, and that's all. That's a terrible packing job. It might turn out okay, but man, this is another thing with untested consoles. People just think they can get away with anything, because they can, I guess. All they gotta do is toss it in the box, and if it doesn't work, they basically cover themselves. But yeah, let's take a look at this thing and check out the condition. Alright, so taking a look at the front, as you can see, it actually doesn't look too bad except for the missing disc tray cover, and you got some dust and stuff. The buttons seem to all work. I'm kind of interested now. Let's take this front cover off and see if it's been opened before. So taking the front cover off, it looks like the sticker might be intact. It looks like it's started to be ripped, like somebody was trying to take it apart but then didn't. It's definitely really dusty though. So that's not a great sign. I mean, I guess I can't expect much else from a console that's this old, but looks pretty dusty. Now on this side, this part was popping up a little bit. Not sure what's going on there. Here on the back, if you can see, we got our power, HDMI, AV, all other good stuff. So this one was manufactured in 2010 actually, so if this console works, it's actually not a bad console. I'd be very surprised if this thing has Red Ring of Death. So I have high hopes for this. Got the hard drive, and it's, after they basically fixed the Red Ring of Death. And if you look at the holes real closely where you open up the console, a lot of times you can tell if it's been opened up. This one I don't think it has been opened up, so that's a good sign. And then here on the other side, you got your 120GB hard drive. Looks good there, just very dusty. Top actually doesn't look bad either. Looks pretty standard. Got some kind of tape or something there. Got partially scraped off, that's weird. Just also dusty. And last but not least, we'll take a look at the bottom. And they got all 4 feet, so that's good. And actually not as dirty on the bottom. Alright, so there you go. That's the first console. Overall, it doesn't look too bad. I don't think it's been opened up before. Here's my guess. So I think there's probably an issue with the disk drive, because it looks like somebody tried to take it apart. You know, they took the front off right here. They probably, you know, ripped this thing off trying to get the disk drive open. Like I said, I don't think the red ring of death will happen on this console because it's so new. Or it's not new, but it's so much newer than the consoles that really had the issue. Now, I could be wrong, but, you know, hopefully I'm right and it's just a disk drive issue, because those are pretty easy to fix. Alright guys, so I got the second box sliced open. Let's go ahead and see what we got inside. I will give it to this guy. Seems to have packaged it better than the first one. So we got some random extra box on top, packaging on the side, and ooh, I can tell first off this thing smells not so great. That's a bad sign. Hopefully it's the cardboard that smells and not the actual console. But it's not a great sign when it smells. Man, yeah, that's a pretty strong smell coming from this thing. Alright, so here's the console wrapped up in bubble wrap. And let's see. Alright guys, I can already tell you I got screwed. This thing reeks of smoker dust. As you can tell, it's just like covered in dirt and dust, and I do not remember seeing it look this bad in the pictures. I don't know if he took selective pictures or bad lighting or what, but that looks terrible. I don't even know if you can see it that well, but just look at that. Like, there's so much crap on there. Same on the sides. I don't even need to show it to you. I mean, on the front, I guess we'll open this thing up and see if it's been opened. It looks like it hasn't been opened before, so that's good. But man, this is... my hands feel nasty now. There's just crap all over my table. Dude, this is bad. In the bottom, or the back, is even worse. You got a little part right there that's broken off, I guess. That actually, dude, that looks like something burned that. Alright, so if you look at this spot on the back, that does not look broken off. That looks like it's a melted plastic and just disappeared. So I think somebody burned it. This console is from 2010, so, like, again, red ring of death is unlikely. But with this much dirt, anything can happen. And last but not least, down on the bottom, just dirty again. I mean, I don't have much to say about this. This thing reeks. It smells so bad, and it's so dirty. I'm gonna have to wipe this thing down good. This thing is like contaminating my entire space now. This is disappointing. Look how disgusting that is. It's just covered in it. Dude, it's so bad. I'm not even gonna show you the other side just because I don't want to touch it anymore before I clean it off, but it's terrible. I mean, like, man, that's so bad. And it's just all up in my nose now. It's disgusting. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this thing up, and then we're gonna go ahead and plug these things in and see if they work. Alright guys, so we're back. Got this console cleaned up a little bit. It's still pretty gross. I mean, if I open it up, there's gonna be tons of dirt and dust in it and stuff. It still smells pretty bad too, but I at least got the outside cleaned up a little bit. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on, and hopefully it works. I have to use my own power supply and HDMI cable, obviously, since it didn't come with one. Let's go ahead and try it out. So 3, 2, 1. Alright, we got life. Got my screen up. Nothing. Oh, there we go. Well, it boots up. That's a good sign. Let's try to connect my controller up. Gonna have to sync it. Honestly, I'm not sure if this is the latest dashboard or not. It looks, if it's not the latest one, it looks pretty close to being the latest one. Let's go ahead and, there we go. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. There's actually a disc in it. So Pilgrim's Progress, Journey to Heaven. Interesting. So, oh man, you can just see how dirty this thing is. Let me see if I can just, even the disc tray is just disgusting. The inside is gross too. Oh man, that's so bad. Why would you do this? One thing you want to smoke, but at least smoke outside or away from your console so it doesn't happen. Like, it needs some help because it's so dirty in there. Like, honestly, it should be an easy fix to get this to start opening up again. Just gotta open it up and clean it up some. But honestly, even when you clean this up, like, I don't even know if you can get rid of the smoker smell. I just don't know if that's possible. But now it's completely stuck. So I think if I take this faceplate off real quick, I can kind of help it out a little bit. There we go. Alright, so let's try an actual 360 game on it and see if that works. Alright, so I got an old game that's not worth much because I don't want it to smell up my good game. So I got All Pro Football 2K8. And in it goes. I won't be surprised at all if it doesn't read. Honestly, actually, it probably won't read because when I booted this thing up, it just said open tray, even though there was a disc in there. So my guess is that it's not going to work. Okay, or maybe it will. And man, I just had to pause for a second because I got a bunch of smoke in my lungs or something. Oh, this is disgusting. Alright guys, so it looks like it's working. It's booting up, and man, I just can't. Honestly, I might just have to throw this thing away. It's actually, it's disappointing because it's not a bad console either. Since it's from 2010, no Ring of Death issues or anything. It's a solid console. It'd probably sell for a decent amount. But the fact that it's just covered in, it's got all this dirt and dust inside of it and outside of it, it's just, who's gonna buy it? I mean, nobody wants to buy this. Even if I clean it up inside, it's still gonna smell. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this. I mean, at least I only paid 15 or 20 bucks. I might try to get a return on Mercari, but I mean, it works. Hopefully the disc tray will open it up again. There we go. Get my game out. Game is gonna be gross now. Let me just show you guys real quick. Yeah, that's all the dirt flying out the back. Dude, it's so disgusting. Alright, so I should have internet now. Let's go ahead and see if we can connect to Xbox Live. I don't know if there's a profile already on here. So it does have a system update, so that means it's connecting. Not really any need to go through that whole thing right now, but it looks like it looks like this guy turned the console on, and if he did test it out, he probably saw that the console or that the disc tray was stuck and just pieced it out and sold it. If he didn't test it out at all, he probably just took the storage off, and now there's no profiles or anything, so he might not have reset it. But I don't know. I mean, I guess at least it works. Honestly, I don't know how much it's worth though, because it just smells so bad. But yeah, let's go ahead and turn this thing off, and we'll try out the next console now. Alright guys, the next console is up, and another interesting tidbit, in between console testing, I went and submitted a return request on Mercari just because that thing smelled so bad and was so dirty, and they automatically accepted it and gave me a refund, so that was interesting. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it now. Honestly, I probably will just throw it away because it's not even worth trying to clean. Let's go ahead and test out this one. So again, came with no power supply or anything, so I plugged in my HDMI cable, power cord, Ethernet. Now let's go ahead and turn this thing on and see if it works. So 3, 2, 1. Cool. We got power. Like I said, I'm assuming this one will probably have another stuck disc tray. Obviously no Ring of Death yet. And we have power on the screen. Power on the screen, that's a weird thing to say. We got the screen turned on now and it's showing on the display. And let's see which dashboard it's on. Like I said, I plugged in my Ethernet, so it's automatically telling me there's an update. Let's go ahead and turn our controller on and sync it up. I'm going to pass on the update for now, and we're just going to see what dashboard it's on. So first of all, we got some profiles. So we got Allison Rochelle, Country Girl, Caitlin Rudd, Sir Cutie Yuki, and Sydney Love. So this one obviously was not. Oh, no way! It's got a game. Dude, this is not the first time this has happened. This is actually like, apparently this is super common with untested consoles. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but I actually did another video kind of like this where I bought 3 untested consoles from Goodwill and tested them all out. I think one of those consoles had a game in it as well. I'll throw that link up on the screen if you want to check that one out. But yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops, that's not bad. Let me just set it down nicely so it doesn't get too scratched up. Disc tray seems okay as well. There's definitely some dirt in there, but the good thing about this one is it's not like cigarette dirt and dust. It's just regular dust. I wonder if we got any games downloaded. Nice. So we got some. Oh, it's a demo. I was about to say, if NCAA 14 is on here, I'd make this console worth a lot because that game sells for a lot of money now. But they're all demos. I understand. I mean, I used to play demos all the time on these consoles. Assassin's Creed 4. I guess it's gonna work because we're signed into the profile. So I mean, it's a free game. I guess you could resell this with the profile still on here, and you could actually have this game come with it. A little sketchy though. I don't know if I'm not trying to give away people's personal info. But yeah, I mean, we got Assassin's Creed. What was it, Assassin's Creed 4, I think? I think we had one more downloaded on here that was like a legit game. Army of 2. Yeah, so we got Army of 2, Assassin's Creed 4, BioShock Infinite, and then a bunch of demos, it looks like. Yeah, and Terraria. System info. So dashboard 2.0.175.11.0. Again, this one looks fairly recent. Obviously, there's a newer one, but it's not like it's on the Blades dashboard or the whatever the other one was called. Honestly, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was around like 2010. But yeah, let's try out this disc tray again. I mean, it's working out just fine. Let's try Black Ops. See if it works. I'm assuming probably so because when I booted this thing up, it said Black Ops on the screen. Alright, so it loaded up automatically. Still trying to get me to do the update, but I'm telling it no for now. Alright, so here we are. Definitely working out. I just clicked on multiplayer, but it just got stuck. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it was just loading up. It was trying to connect to Xbox Live, I guess, or something. Honestly, I thought it froze for a second. I thought it was going to break. Honestly, these two consoles turned out not to be too bad. I mean, I did pay 30 bucks for this, which is a little bit steep for untested console, but it works out just fine. It is missing this part right here, so that takes down the value a little bit. but it also came with Black Ops, so that's a pretty good deal. Alright guys, so I just checked out the price of a 360 Elite on eBay, and also Black Ops, and Black Ops sells for like $6 or $7. An Elite console sells for like 60 or 70, so I got a pretty good deal, except for the fact that this thing is now like rattling or something. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but as I was looking it up, it just started rattling and making a weird noise. It definitely sounds like it's coming from the disc tray. Like, actually, I'm 100% sure it's from the disc tray. And yeah, that doesn't sound great. Probably just needs to be cleaned out, maybe. Yes, I'm sure you could hear it there, but it does not sound great. I'm not sure what's going on there, but for now I just gotta eject this disc because it's pretty annoying. See if it's disc related. I'm assuming probably not, but you never know. I don't know. Maybe it is disc related because that one seems to be booting up just fine. But at the same time, it did take like 5 minutes for that one to start making a noise. So I don't know. It's still working. Makes a little bit of a rattle, but nothing too much to worry about. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button down below and also subscribe if you want to see future content like this. I'm definitely ramping up on the stuff I'm buying from eBay, Mercari, Goodwill, all that stuff. It's so entertaining to buy these random consoles, especially the untested ones. You never know what you're going to get, just like this time. I mean, both consoles worked, but obviously one of them smelled terrible, looked terrible. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day.